The objective today, ladies and gentlemen, of today's workshop is to provide participants a backdrop for development of a refreshed strategic plan, focusing on a discovery phase. The Fijian government, ladies and gentlemen, has set the path for the creation of a sustainable economy, an economy which is able to accommodate a dynamic private sector, facilitate capital, facilitate new technology, and support diversification of new sectors and activities which actually feed into the global value chain. To achieve this, ladies and gentlemen, the 5-year and the 20-year National Development Plan has set a target to maintain total investments at around about 25% of the GDP. Now, investments must actually be supported largely by private sector investments to over 15% of the GDP by 2036. It's no secret, ladies and gentlemen, that the Fijian economy has actually faced significant challenges, and we continue to do so, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We've had almost a decade of investment growth, which was brought literally to a grinding halt. And however, we are not letting this hamper the determination that we have in terms of making Fiji the ideal investment destination. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, in this period, we are continuing reforms that actually promote Fiji as a competitive and a preferred investment destination. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Commerce, Trade, Tourism and Transport is leading these reforms, which include legislative reviews, and streamlining of systems and processes, and digitalization of approval systems and processes. And with the digitalization project, the desired goal is to create such a platform whereby applicants will be able to access, make applications and receive approvals through e-platforms. Sometimes it's actually easy to say this, but it's actually a difficult task for actually us to get to where we want to, but we're grinding away and making sure that we do. The Ministry, in conjunction with the IFC and the World Bank group, continues to put in place policy and regulatory framework to meet the market demands. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to them, because they have been with us in helping us trying to achieve our objectives. So thank you very much. To bring today's workshop into context, we need to reflect on where we've actually come thus far. The reform journey, ladies and gentlemen, began in around about 2017 with an investment reform map. And the IRM highlighted the areas of strength, the gaps and the weaknesses in existing legal and policy framework for foreign investment, and actually identifies a reform action plan. In 2019, we established Fiji's first investment policy statement, which outlines our new development vision. And that is to diversify towards knowledge-intensive sectors. And this requires that the resources are actually channeled towards attracting the right kind of investment and investors. Therefore, one of the key outcomes, ladies and gentlemen, of the reform map is having a comprehensive investment act that provides rights and it provides protection and obligations to both domestic and foreign investors. The investment bill has been tabled before Parliament in December last year, and hopefully we can get it sorted as soon as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the IRM also identified the need to clearly define the roles of investment promotion agencies and the regulatory agencies. And the role of Investment Fiji is that of an investment promotion agency. They cannot continue on the current path where they play the role of facilitator, regulator, and police at the border. And that's why the investment bill has made a major proposal to remove the foreign investor registration certificate. As the reform kicks in, Investment Fiji will focus on the core competency of attracting the right investments and investors that will enable diversification and the achievement of our development goals. The resources need to be utilized in a manner that actually achieves the maximum benefits for the nation as a whole. Essentially, ladies and gentlemen, the other successful investment promotion agencies, or like the other successful investment promotion agencies, Investment Fiji must proactively pursue desirable investors and multinationals that will bring benefits to Fiji and Fijians. So whilst Investment Fiji's new role will focus on attracting foreign direct investments, they will also focus on investment generation, including targeting investor facilitation, investor aftercare, and export promotion and policy advocacy. This essentially means Investment Fiji will now focus on 3 key components: investment matching, investor services, and trade development, which will result from actively or attracting efficiency-seeking investors. This will enable them to derive new focus towards market discovery and capacity building, and identify and connect customer with capital, and connecting investors with key industry associations, to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, the workshop today is a culmination of the reform journey, and it's a new beginning for Investment Fiji. Therefore, it's important to re-strategize and replan, and essentially, as the minister responsible for investment and trade, I want this workshop to carry on the vision of government. And the outcomes of the workshop should set a roadmap with clear goals and deliverables. Your valuable contributions will enable Investment Fiji and Ministry to make the changes more effective. Last but certainly not the least, I want to thank the board chair, Jenny Sito, CEO Craig Strong, and Investment Fiji team for actually organizing this workshop. And I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to His Excellency John Feeds and the Australian government for always supporting us in everything that we do. Much appreciated. So with these remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I declare the strategic planning workshop open. Wish you all fruitful deliberations despite the wonderful weather outside. Thank you very much. Unaka.